Hello students, I hope my previous lectures are helpful for you all. You must be revising your topics through those lectures. On the same series, on my fast recap on Java, I'm going to have today's lecture on constructors. It's a method that is used to initialize the object. The object, those are the data members of the class. The variables which we define after the class declaration are either class variables or instance variables. To initialize those variables with its default values or by the values given by the programmer or by the parametric value are called constructors. The rules for creating constructor. The name of the constructor should be same as class name. The second thing, the constructor should not have any return type because the purpose of constructor is just to initialize the object with either the default value or by the value given by the user or by the parametric value. Types of constructors. We have default constructor, parameterized constructor, copy constructor. Copy constructor is out of scope of your syllabus, so we will not be covering that over here. So default constructor. Default constructor, if you will see over here, I have three variables A, C and B. One of int type, the second one is of character type, the third one is of string type. I am initializing all three variables by its default values. So it is default constructor. The second one is again a default constructor, but this is with the values given by the user. So we call this as non-parameterized constructor. Second type of constructor is parameterized constructor. Parameterized constructors are the constructor which is used to provide the parametric value to the instance or class variables. If you will notice over here, I have created a constructor with the similar data type and same number of parameters. Int x, char y, string z, these are the local variables. I am going to assign these local variables to the instance variable. So a is equals to x, b is equals to y and c is equals to z. Now the question is, can we have same name of variables for local and global both? Yes, we can always have same variable names for global and local scope. If you are having the same variables in local scope and global scope, then we will be using the keyword this. This keyword you are going to use with the global variables. So int a, char c, string b. This dot a is equals to a. This refers to the current object of the class. So this dot a is equals to the value which you are going to pass. This dot c is equals to the parametric value of c. This dot b is equals to the parametric value of b. Students, remember you cannot write a is equals to this dot a, b is equals to this dot c and c is equals to this dot c. Now we are going to have the way we are having function overloading which supports polymorphism. You can have constructor overloading. Again, in this you will be having different types of constructor in the same program, though we cannot execute all the constructor at the same time. Whenever you are having the parameterized constructor, it will always hide the default constructor. So you cannot have multiple constructors in one program, but since we are talking about constructor overloading, you can write a program having different types of constructors. Now over here if you will see, I have default constructor and I have parameterized constructor. Now one thing I wanted to tell you over here. Now this program I am trying to show all kind of constructors and when we create an object how this gets executed. Now over here I have defined all possible types of constructor, that is default constructor, then I have a non-parameterized constructor, then I have parametric constructor, then I have the same the variables with local and global scope both. Okay, then I'll be showing you through main how to invoke this constructor. Now, since we cannot execute all the constructors together, I'm right now executing only the constructor which has the same variable name. That is the variable in same, one in local scope and the other one as global scope. Now, if you will notice over here, since it's a parameterized constructor, okay, I have created a function display just to print the values of all the objects. Now this one is public static void main. Okay, I'll be displaying the parametric value through the display function. Now if you will notice, I'm creating an object over here. I'm creating an object in this line, and these are the values for the variable A, B and C. Now this 100 is int, this one is char and this one is string. Now I'll show you how to execute this particular program in BlueJ. See, can you see that? These were the two parametric values which I had passed, and both the values are getting printed. This one is the parameterized constructor. This one is also parameterized constructor, but the variables are in different scope. The same variables are shown in different scope. One was in global and one was in local. Now, I'll show you the program after removing where I'm having only the default constructor and the non-parameterized constructor. I'll remove this comments from here. I'm commenting all these lines because the compiler will not execute the other constructors. Void display to display the result, and now I don't need all these objects, so I'll be removing. Okay. Okay, this one I need not to. I want to show the void display through this. Yeah. Now I'll compile the program once again. Okay. Now I will run and I'll show you the default constructor with the default value. See. Did you see? Okay. Now see, this is non-parameterized constructor. I wanted to show that, and the default value is 0. So with the help of this program, I tried to show you how exactly you should invoke different types of constructors. Now, the non-parameterized constructors are the constructor where you are having your own values for the objects. The default constructors are the constructors where you are having values, default values of the different data types. The parameterized constructors, whenever you are having the parameterized constructor, at the time of object creation, you will be passing values as per the parameters defined in the constructor header. And when you are having the variables in the same scope, you will be using this keyword. And again, when you are creating an object for the class, you will be passing the actual value for the parametric parameters defined in the constructor header. So this brings to end of your constructor topic. In the last slide, I have given you certain points what exactly you should write when the question is being asked to differentiate constructor and functions. Whenever we are not having our own default constructor, compiler provides its own default constructor when we create an object for the class. So the constructor gets executed or gets invoked or gets gets executed when we create an object of that particular class. So whenever you are having default constructor, you are not going to write any value inside the bracket, but when you are having a parameterized constructor, you will be having the parametric value at the time of object creation. I'll be showing you all this through a program on BlueG.